Wait a minute, this can't be right. The median listing price of a house right now is $417,000. This is huge news. I have to tell everybody. Hi guys, Monica Severson here with Severson Properties and Keller Williams Realty, your favorite real estate broker. Are you guys thinking about selling your house this spring? It's definitely time. It's a huge seller's market. I just gave you like a ton of information to take a look at so that you can see those amazing numbers. And I'm gonna give you a couple quick tips to get your home ready to sell. Tip number 1, clean, declutter, and repeat over and over again. Walk around your house and get all of the unnecessary stuff that people don't care about other than you. People that want to buy your home potentially don't care about your unicorn collection. They don't care about your spoon collection. They don't care about how many beautiful pillows you have. They don't care about your quilt collection, how many little trinkets you have lying around their house. They don't care. They just want a nice blank slate to be able to envision their stuff in your house. So walk around, look at it with a new eye, and take all of the unnecessary stuff, pack it away, and get it ready for your new house. Tip number 2, clean out your closets. Ooh, this one would be really hard for me because I have about 3 of them, maybe 4 of them. So you have tons of purses, tons of clothes, tons of hobby stuff, tons of board games, tons of blankets, tons of all this scarero in your closets. Again, pack it up, store it somewhere else for your new house, and clean out your closets. People want to be able to open it up and see nice organization. Keep the necessary stuff for you to live in the home. But again, if you own 1.5 million purses like I do, they're going to have to go away, and I'm going to have to suffer with maybe 5, maybe 6 for the next couple of seasons. It's going to be hard, but you got to do it. You need to create space, so clean out your closets. Okay, so tip number 3, now that we got the closet situation out of the way, tip number 3 is depersonalizing the main living areas of your house. This could be anything from family photos, anything with full names on it, any maybe religious items like that, mail, jewelry, medications, anything like that that's going to identify the owners of the home or is something of extreme value to the homeowners. We realize that this is your home. We want it to be comfortable for you still. You do still live there, of course, but you're trying to sell it. You want to make the home look as neutral as possible so that your potential buyer can envision themselves and their items in your home. For example, I have a ton of Chanel perfume. I have a ton of perfume, period. That will be put away, even though it would show beautifully on my big dresser. It's very expensive and it will not be shown, and plus it's really personal to me. So anything of that nature, safety, names, medications, jewelry, needs to go. Okay, tip number 4. This one is removing any unnecessary furniture. We have our necessary furniture that we use every single day, and then we have that furniture that just kind of sits there because it looks pretty or whatever. We need to make sure that we're maximizing the square footage in our house, opening up the room and making it look as bright and clean and neutral as possible. So any unnecessary furniture, number 1, it shrinks the size of the room actually, and it just doesn't look good. So any unnecessary furniture, pack it away, get it ready to go for your new house. So do you guys ever walk into a house and it's like super clean and you're like, oh my gosh, I love their organization. And then you walk into the garage and it's like a bomb went off. Or even as a broker, when I'm showing homes and I'm like, oh my, they got this house ready. This looks really, really good. And then you walk into the garage and you're like, holy crap, this is where everything went. And the poor family's, storing everything in the garage. Well, tip number 5 is actually organizing your garage. You want the garage to show as well as the house. You want to show the potential of the garage. It could be a challenge if you have a husband like mine who has his workbench and he likes to take things apart and put it back together. It could be a challenge. So take your time, get things organized, clean it up, make it showcase really, really nicely. And number 5, clean your garage. Tip number 6. Clean and freshen your yards. So this is the first impression that potential buyers get of your home. If a yard is unkept, they're pretty much guaranteed that the home's going to be pretty unkept too. Somebody that cares about their yard cares even more about the inside in their living space. So they're going to care about their house. So go through, do some raking, pot some plants, clean off your sidewalks. Anything that can freshen up your yard is going to enhance the entire overall viewing of your home. It's super easy to do, especially now with spring coming up. Make it look really, really nice, some fresh flowers, and freshen up your yard. It's the first thing we see. So tip number 7 might not be something that you guys would normally think of, but it makes a huge difference. And it's replacing exterior and interior light bulbs. The worst thing that can happen is whenever you're walking, well, there are worse things, but one of the worst things that could happen is walking into a room and you're turning on the lights and the lights aren't turning on. The fan's working, the lights aren't turning on. Some of the lights are working, some of them aren't. You're wondering if there's an electrical problem, so you have red flags right there. Your broker's going, I promise it's just light bulbs. I promise it's just light bulbs. Hoping it's just light bulbs. And it's something super simple to do. So go through your house, change out any of your exterior or interior light bulbs that need replacing. Super easy, inexpensive, and makes a huge difference. The last tip that I'm going to give you is something that more than likely you didn't think of. But do you have a pressure washer? Does your neighbor have a pressure washer? Because it's time to borrow it. Pressure wash your house, your driveway. Any oil stains, any discolorations on your driveway or your sidewalks? Do you have areas on your brick exterior, stucco, or anything like that that's discolored? Pressure wash it. Make it nice and clean. We had a ton of vines on the exterior of our house whenever we were changing the color of our house. We were painting the fascia and different colors of our house, but our house is brick. We had pulled off a ton of vines and we pressure washed them. We pulled off all of the vines and you had the little remnants of them. We got the pressure washer and we hosed that stuff off. It's nice and clean. Any oil stains, gone. Pressure wash your house. Okay guys, so that wraps up the little tips that I wanted to give you guys today that would help you who are potentially wanting to sell your house, make it an easier transition for you, number one, but also get your house looking in tip-top shape for potential buyers. With the median price right now in Albuquerque nearing $418,000, you're going to get top dollar for your house. It's a total seller's market out there. But also the inventory is still quite low with less than 500 houses on the market. So buyers are out there looking and you may have the house that they want. So let's make it look really, really good. If you want an equity evaluation on your home, and you want to know what it's worth, contact me anytime. I can get that for you, and then we can go through these steps so that you can make it look as good as it can. Have a great day. Contact me anytime.